Tottenham are there for the taking. Like, I will be so disappointed. Even if it's a draw. I don't want a draw. I want a comprehensive victory because this Tottenham team is so dead. Like, it's that bad. If Arteta is not able to G up this team for a North London derby, say to them, guys, we haven't beaten them in 8 years, or there's got to be like, guys, it's Tottenham, let's go do a job, then he doesn't deserve to be here. He doesn't deserve to be here anyway for what he did to Portavares.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz and Roundtable Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guys, The Truth and ST with me. How we doing, people?
All good, man.
All good, man.
Glad to hear it. People, it's that time again. Footie Chat is back with a vengeance. It's going to be one of those Game of Thrones type sessions because the amount of cussing that's going to be going on in this one, it's not going to be for the faint-hearted. So I'll give you your 10-second buffer now, kids. This isn't for you. So, thanks for clicking on and watching, but that's it. You'll have your little moment to
go to bed.
Go watch what Coco Melon or whatever it is.
No, let's go to bed.
But this is big man time. But yes, Footie Chat is back, and we're going to be talking about North London Derby. We're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Man United. We're talking about City, Chelsea, all of that good stuff. But as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, all that good stuff. Share, as I say all the time. We are here, and don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. Currently got the Carabao Cup in the background. Chelsea 1-0 up against Tottenham, 3-0 on aggregate. Also, my boys, the Ivory Coast, 1-0 up in their game against Equatorial Guinea. But that's enough of that. We need to get into it. Big games in the Premier League this weekend, and there's only one place to start. The Truth is here. Unfortunately, Mr. KA couldn't be here, but the Truth couldn't care less if KA is here or not.
That's good. I don't want to hear any flipping blasphemy that comes out of that guy's mouth.
But yeah, this weekend it is Tottenham versus Arsenal in the North London derby. Massive game. It only feels like yesterday that you lot battered them at home, and now it's time to go away to. Is it still called the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Is that it? Yeah. It's still called that. Huh?
It's got the toilet to us, man. It's the first time fans are going to be allowed in the stadium.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah.
That's mad. Truth, did you get a ticket now?
At the stadium.
Did you get a ticket?
Yeah. Crazy. The one thing that I could have actually got some tickets, I actually know some people. But I know people that work in there, actually. But nah, not a place that I want to go.
The Truth knows they'll find him, bruv. Dude's man's in the back of a van in Tottenham, bruv. Taking him to Cheshunt and that, bruv, holding him hostage.
Down them sides.
But it is a massive game. You lot 4th, Tottenham are 6th, but I think they got 2 games in hand. I think they're 2 points behind.
They're 4 points behind the 2.
Is it not 2?
I think it's 2. Yeah, I think it's
2 points behind, and I think they got 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
On you lot as well. So it is massive in terms of the top.
Huge.
Say again?
No, it's huge, yeah. No, huge.
Yeah, massive in terms of the top 4 race. Obviously, we know it's a derby, the rivalry and all that, but both teams trying to get back into the Champions League. Truth. Obviously, since we last spoke about that valiant effort against Man City and the robbery that took place, obviously the Carabao Cup hasn't taken place because Liverpool did some judge and managed to cancel the game, even though they didn't cancel the FA Cup game.
Sorry about that. Klopp is a bitch. You continue.
We're talking about false cases, false positives, all sorts of drama going on there. So that game didn't take place, due to take place on tomorrow, the first leg. But since then, the FA Cup came round. Arteta was back in the dugout, and it was a quite shocking performance against Nottingham Forest, losing 1-0, going out of the FA Cup in the third round. I think they're the only team to beat you lot in the third round. They've done it twice to you now. Kicked you lot out of your trophy.
They are the bogey team.
It seemed like it, because you had no shots on target. So, you know what I mean? It's crazy. But look, Arteta is probably looking at the bigger picture. Obviously, it's the start of the FA Cup. You're in the semi-finals of the Carabao. Probably more important, probably the most realistic target in terms of silverware. Still trying to win the league as well. Not that far behind Man City. So you probably prioritize those two trophies instead of the FA Cup. But in all seriousness, I know I'm just bantering because I want to hear your thoughts. Does it matter that you lot have gone out of the FA Cup? Is it really a big thing, or isn't it a case of we're in the semi-finals of the Carabao, it's only beat Liverpool twice, and then we're in the final. It's our best chance of winning a trophy, and more importantly, getting back in and having Champions League football back at the Emirates. Is that not more important than having a cup run in the FA Cup that can't get you back in the Champions League, and you still got all the big boys to play in the FA Cup rounds as well?
But you are asking the wrong person, and you know you're asking the wrong person, because you know how much I love the FA Cup. Okay, the FA Cup, for me, personally, I know these young fans won't understand, but that FA Cup has nostalgia, especially when you're living around Northwest London and you live around Wembley in your life, and you remember the time when the blimp used to go overhead.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Exactly. I'm used to being in Wembley and the atmosphere. The FA Cup for me is of huge importance. Huge importance. One of my earliest memories is Arsenal winning the double. You know, one of the few matches I remember
Was that 97, 98?
Yeah, 98.
Mm.
I remember the United Liverpool game when they won 1-0 with that free kick. Like, the FA Cup's got loads of memories for me, loads of nostalgia. So us going out really, really hurts me. Like, it hurts me badly. The performance was woeful. Yeah, nothing was good about the plan. And I had a bad feeling all day. I could just feel it coming. You know, there's little things of upsets. You know, Shrewsbury scoring against Liverpool. Morecambe was leading Tottenham till late. So you just had that feeling. The longer it stayed 0-0, I just knew something was coming. And the fact that we actually went out, for me, it's a straw that broke the camel's back when it comes to Arteta. I'll explain why. Like, not just the result, the whole game in general. I know you're talking about, oh, we could focus on the. No, we've hardly played any football this season. We've had no Europe. We've had no extra games. Like, we've had extra League Cup games. An FA Cup run is the least you can expect. I hate going out early, because when it comes to FA Cup weekends now, what are we doing?
Catching up on league games. Catching up on league games with Newcastle, bruv.
It's already bad enough here that we're not in Europe here. In the midweek European fixtures, I've got no horse in it. Now the FA Cup weekend, I've got no horse in it. It's horrible, man. It feels awful. And I expected more from someone that actually lifted the FA Cup with us. That's the joke. I expected more. The FA Cup means a lot to the club. Like, every club's got their claim to fame. We know how much the Champions League means to Liverpool. You know, they're the most successful English club. You know how much the league titles mean to United. You know, 20. Are you guys playing titles now?
No, Liverpool got 19.
Oh, you
Liverpool
guys
got 19. We still got 20.
Okay, yeah. So you know how much the league means to you guys. For us, we're the most successful FA Cup team. And for me, that personally means a lot. You know, that personally means a lot to me. So, yeah, I was very, very disappointed to go out. Very disappointed.
Is it Arteta's fault though? I mean, you look at the personnel. Martinelli was playing, Odegaard was playing, Saka was playing, Lokonga was playing, Leno was playing, the Seaside Senderos was playing.
What was missing?
Huh?
What was missing?
Laka.
Nah, I'm saying what was missing, not who was missing. What was missing?
I don't know.
Albert. That's what he wants. That's what he's saying. That's what he's thinking. But I agree.
Experience.
Yeah.
You don't go, and this is why he should know better. This is why I'm saying we're taking 2 steps forward and 2 steps back at the same time. Because you should know Nottingham Forest are not coming to make up the numbers. They've already got a little bit of spark that they've beaten us in the 3rd round before at their ground. So their fans, their players are going to be up for it. You need experience to go with all that youth you have around the team. And he picks an inexperienced side, players that haven't played for a while, taking the competition as a joke. Young Patino, come on, you can't send them against the Wolves like that, man. Like, you know, having him and Lokonga there, they're both the 18-year-old and the 21-year-old? Come on. Like, they couldn't handle the atmosphere, they couldn't handle the intensity of the game. Like, the FA Cup is a different game for these lower league sides. Like, for them, it's an opportunity for them to really make headlines. And, you know, we went in there like it was a freaking, like it was a friendly or something. And they took full advantage of that. And this all comes down to the manager. This all comes down to the manager. And I was annoyed at the way he treated the match. And I told you, against Man City, the only reason that we had a good performance is because he wasn't there. As soon as he comes back to the touchline, chaos.
I mean, can he stipulate for Eddie Murphy and Ketia missing another sitter? I mean, like, it's stuff like this that can hang a manager, because at the end of the day,
can't be drawn on individual. The whole performance, we had no shots on target. The whole performance was atrocious. It was atrocious. The team had no leadership. There was no plan. There was no game plan. There was no way of playing. There was nothing there to say, yeah, we showed up to this game ready. And he paid for it. He paid for it.
Fair enough. Like, I can understand Arsenal fans being irked by going out the FA Cup. I mean, obviously, as I said, it's you lot's trophy, and you want to win everything that you're in. And in all honesty, there's no excuse to go out against Nottingham Forest. There is none. So, like, that is on Arteta. And I think he apologized for it after the game. But sometimes sorry is too late. And when it comes to the FA Cup, sorry is too late, because you shouldn't be going out in the first when you enter the FA Cup against a side that aren't the best. Let's be honest.
They're not even nowhere near. I think they're 9th in the Championship.
Exactly. So they're not the best. But it is what it is. But looking ahead now, Tottenham coming up on the weekend. The last 10 North London derbies is 4-4 with 2 draws in the league. Before I ask you this question, Truth, when was the last time you lot won at Spurs ground?
I think you said this before, last year. I think it was that 1-0 by Rosicky.
Yeah.
That's what was a long
What
time.
year?
2013, 14?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, 14.
So since then, in the Premier League, Spurs are unbeaten in 7 North London derbies.
At home.
Yeah. So it's been 8, it's coming up to 8 years since you lot have won away at Tottenham. So going into this game, obviously they're having a torrid time at the moment at home to Chelsea. But going into this game, how confident are you, considering what you've seen from Spurs so far, considering how much you berated them for being crap and how much you don't like the back system? How confident are you? And obviously take the Nottingham Forest performance out and put the Manchester City performance in. How confident are you that you lot can get a result this time?
I'm confident because Spurs are dead. I've always said if there's one thing that's less dead than Arteta, more dead than Arteta, that's Spurs. I have no faith in them. I don't even think Son's going to be available. I think he's injured.
Where is he?
He got injured. Yeah, I don't even think Son's available.
Rush him back.
Even if they rush him back, he won't be 100% because it was a hamstring. I think it might be hamstring. So he won't be 100%. It'd be a risk to rush him back. And the Spurs team is just not good. They are not good. Harry Kane still don't want to be there. All we need to do is just have some more energy than them and we win this game, like, easily. And that's got nothing to do with Arteta. It's got nothing to do with our players. Just Spurs are just not in the best place right now. And Conte is struggling to make this team better than they are. Like, I know they've got a few results, but the performances haven't really been there. It's been ifs and buts, stops and starts. So I'm actually very confident. That being said, we are under a manager who is a trainee and gets things wrong. And I do believe we will miss Partey as well in that middle of midfield.
I was going to ask you that question. That's him and Nenny. So that's two big experienced players not here.
Yeah, so, having just Xhaka in there with Lokonga, it's a bit risky. On one hand, you got a guy who's a liability on defense and Lokonga who's just inexperienced. So he's a liability on and off the ball. So, yeah, I think that is an area of concern. The good thing is that, as you said, if Conte sticks with three at the back, they're not going to put us under as much pressure as they should. So, yeah, and I'm confident it's Tottenham. I'm confident we could get our first win there. But stranger things have happened. And as I said, we are under a trainee manager.
ST, from a Tottenham perspective, obviously, again, as I said, struggling against Chelsea at home at the moment. It's been stops and starts for Conte. I mean, obviously in the FA Cup they were losing for a long period of time to Morecambe. We've had Conte irritable about the players. I mean, Ndombele, absolutely awful at the moment. Dele Alli, all these players. I mean, Son being out is massive. So, are we right? But the thing is, Spurs are at home. It is a North London derby, irrespective of the form that Harry Kane's in. It's still a North London derby. Is there any hope for Tottenham in this game, considering how well Arsenal played against City, but they're losing to Nottingham Forest? Surely Conte shouldn't have to do anything. He should just have to stand around. Because surely the players have to react, and the fans will not allow them to be awful against Arsenal on Sunday.
It's a derby. There's always a chance that Tottenham will always perform up. So I don't know. I do think Tottenham will perform a lot better than they performed recently. They'll be up for it. Like, they know that if they lose to Arsenal, they're getting cooked on social media and stuff like that. You know how these players are nowadays. They're looking at their phones as soon as they lose or win. So they'll be motivated for this match, definitely. I don't think Arsenal will beat Tottenham as easily. I do think that Tottenham will perform a lot better than they performed in the previous matches. For the simple fact is, Conte, first of all, I think will get them organised. And I think, secondly, I don't know. I just think that Arsenal, the spine of the midfield in Arsenal is missing. I don't think Xhaka and Sambi Lokonga is enough, personally. And I do think that even though Arsenal have certain firepower, I think that Tottenham will be up for it. And I think that this is where Kane rises to the occasion in North London derbies. North London derbies is really his thing. So I think that Tottenham always have a chance of winning, man. You can never write them off, especially at home.
It's fair. It's a fair point. It is a fair point, and I think that Conte will have them organised, yes. But I think in terms of individuals, they're so bad right now. Yeah. So bad right now.
Ndombele, man. I like Ndombele so much as a player. However, unfortunately, I think that the speed, because he's so technically gifted, it's just the speed of the Premier League. It's not for him. And even Huh?
We call it Endon Pogba.
Oh no. No, 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 no.
You could never.
Well,
You could never.
Let's not
This
do
guy's
this.
as talented as Pogba.
Never in your life.
He's not as he's talented. He's not as talented as Pogba.
He's a
Very
talented
talented.
footballer. He's a talented footballer, but he's not Labio.
But the thing
Nowhere
about
near.
Ndombele, if you were with Leon, if everybody watches European football at Leon, he had runners beside him. So you need, if you're going to play someone like that, you need someone like a Sissoko or a Højbjerg, someone who's going to do the nasty work, and you need to let someone like Ndombele create, because that's what he's good at. You know, he's a specialist, and specialist footballers do not work in systems. And the issue is nowadays is because we're so system driven, it's about stats. People like Ndombele, your Matters, people like that in that ilk, they don't really how can I say it, like thrive in this football. So, and that's where you're seeing the performances like this. But you see the reason it's different because the level of Labille is playing with all that's against him, and he's not a system player. Yet he's still able to churn out performances, but that's another story. But yeah, no, Anyway, but
no, I hear you. Truth. If Arsenal lose this game,
Arteta needs to walk.
Oh. I mean, I didn't even get a chance to ask the question. You already answered it.
He needs to walk.
But does he though? Because all right, even with losing this game, right? It's away at Tottenham. As I said, you haven't won there coming up to 8 years. So it's not only him that struggled away at Tottenham. And it would still only have you a point behind Tottenham going into obviously February, March, April, May. So you'll still be in the top 4 race. So does he need to walk? Has he not earned the right to get to the end of the season and see what happens? Or is it a case of, because this Spurs team is so dead, like if he loses, it's just an embarrassment and that should be it for him?
We can't afford any more slip-ups, unfortunately. We just don't know. We can't keep on relying on United and Tottenham being so bad. We can't keep relying. We have to start taking our destiny into our own hands.
Don't forget West Ham.
And West Ham too, who if they win today go above us. So we can't keep, saying, oh, this team's going to do this team's going to. We need to take care of our business. And Tottenham are there for the taking. Like, I will be so disappointed. Even if it's a draw. I don't want a draw. I want a comprehensive victory because this Tottenham team is so dead. Like, it's that bad. If Arteta is not able to G up this team for a North London derby, say to them, guys, we haven't beaten them in 8 years, or this guy's going to be like, guys, it's Tottenham, let's go do a job, then he doesn't deserve to be here. He doesn't deserve to be here anyway for what he did to Porto. But if we don't convincingly beat Tottenham, questions need to be thrown. A lot of people were letting him get off the hook because, we had a good few run of results against the bottom of the table teams and a good performance when he wasn't even there against Man City. But let's be real, like, we're still at the moment relying on United and Tottenham losing points rather than us going out and being the next team up, which I think that we could be.
No, 100. I hear you. I hear that 100%. I don't think she'll walk, but I think he deserves to the end of the season to see what happens. And when,
of course you would.
Of Arteta in, as I always say, bro. But finally, because the thing is, you lot are just coming off this mini difficult run that you've had. This will be the last of it, and then you believe that the easier games will come ahead. Spurs are now going into the mini little difficult run. Obviously, right now in the Carabao Cup, then they're at home to you lot, then they're away to Leicester, then they're away to Chelsea, and then it's Brighton in the FA Cup. So this is what I'm saying. Even if it's a loss, Spurs still got difficult games around. Everyone's still got difficult games to play. So
we can't rely on them, fam. We can't rely on them. We cannot, because what happens is that, as I said, The problem Arteta has is that all of the momentum was gone after the FA Cup loss. So we need to start that momentum from now. A loss, you don't know how badly damaging a loss to Tottenham would be. Even as draws to Tottenham would be, it'd be so damaging to the mentality of this team, which is frail. It's frail. Like the mentality of our teams is just, and you know it as well, it's frail. Any small thing just saps it. So we need the win. Like there's no two ways about it. And I won't forgive Arteta for losing against Tottenham. So not this Tottenham side anyway.
Fair. And we shall see what happens on Sunday, whether or not Arsenal can get the win. And if they lose, then expect Arteta to be in the back of a van somewhere. Yeah. But we are gonna move on.
Oh, yep. I know where it's coming. Oh God.
We're gonna move on to the shit show that is
Kim Kardashian, Man United. That's
I'm telling
keeping
you,
up with the Kardashians.
keeping up with Old Trafford, bro. That's what we're gonna get into, bro.
Yeah. Before I ask any questions, I just want to know what is going on. I'm trying to watch football, yeah, and then I'm seeing season 9 of Game of Thrones, where people are trying to take the crown. People are undermining certain people, backstabbing going on.
Club is full of bitches, man. That's basically what it is.
Madness. What is going on? Like the leaks that are going on is like, it's like Donny van der Beek is just trying to destroy the ship before he jumps off it.
I hear it.
Leaks after leaks after leaks, and it's become farcical now. Like I just like, what is going on? What has gone on for it to get to this point?
The issue is I'm gonna go back to that Norwegian fraud, Ollie. Yeah, Man United were a mess before he came in, but he has made the situation completely worse. He has babied these players. He has made them feel as if they're invincible. Yeah. And now, because now they've come into a person where someone's telling them, "Oh, you need to press to get the ball," and Rashford's like, "No, Cavani, no," all this bullshit, yeah. And now these babies are being called out by the manager. And now what's happening is that they can't handle it. And now they're throwing their toys out of the pram. And then you have leaks, Ronaldo getting onto a man. And Ronaldo's getting onto the right man as well, like Wan-Bissaka and them lot. But he's not playing well himself, so he should shut up himself. Who else? Greenwood is just shooting for no reason. But yeah, I understand why he's shooting for no reason, because Ronaldo's there and Ronaldo never gives him the ball. Yeah. You got Donny van der Beek, who can't get a game. And even when we played against Aston Villa, we had the only time he came on, we had so much control. And in my head, I'm like, this is nonsense. Like, there's something wrong. I think what's happening is that people up top are telling certain people to play the favourites like Shaw, Maguire, and all these guys. You mean that? I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think Rangnick's picking some of this team, because I'm thinking like there has to be some sort of influence as well. And to be honest, because he don't rate Shaw, he said it, like he can't, like certain players he don't rate. You can tell he don't rate.
So this is the issue I have with that notion. While I do agree what's going on the pitch, the team selection, it doesn't seem like something Rangnick will do. On the flip side, I'm disappointed if someone that was supposed to come and shake up the apple cart.
Oh, I agree. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very disappointed.
I'm disgusted. I'm like, this guy, like Rangnick, is questioning me, his morals, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
He was supposed to come in, and even if he just said, listen, I don't want to play these players, I want to play youngsters, I want to play the other, I'd accept that. Like, at the end of the day, we may not win anything, but I'm like, he's thinking, I understand where he's coming from. He's like, oh, these players are not playing for me. Mm-hmm. So you shouldn't be on the pitch. But what's happening is that I think that he probably is being told, and I think he's listening to people because of the reason he's going to be upstairs. So he just wants to please people before he gets up there. And that's not what Man United need at the moment. Yeah. And it's costing us, and it's setting us back as well. Yeah. Because
I
if
agree. Yeah, 100% what you just
and
said.
if we continue to do that, you might as well leave as well, because there's no point. Even if you were, for example, going to go into upstairs and stuff like that, you still won't have the full control of Man United, of what you want to do. So the fact that you're doing this is telling me that you don't have the backbone to stand up to these people. And the only way Man United will ever progress is if we stand up to people like the Glazers, people like
Yeah.
the British core. Because I'm in England, it's the British core.
Mhm.
Like, you have people, Baby and Rashford, Baby and Shaw, Baby and certain fans. For example, everybody's saying, making excuses for Rashford's bad performances. When Martial was having problems with his baby mum, when Pogba was injured, when Jesse Lingard was getting was having mental problems, you see, when Fred was having his issues, everybody's never give a shit about them. But when it's people like Shaw, when it's people like Rashford, when it's people like Maguire with his Mr. Prison Man, and all
Man,
that,
bus case.
Bus Case, yeah, they will not. They will always they always give them the benefit of the doubt. But when it's the IC3 tax and all this thing, yeah, then it's like it's an issue. And this is the reason why they're not getting on to the right people. They're not getting on to the right people, yeah. And it's always the British core. We don't have the British core don't have the mentality, and this is why England never win anything, because of actions like this. Can you think Shaw and them man will get away with this in stuff like Italy? Yeah, they'll be cussing it. The Italy guys will be getting onto them. The Spanish guys will get onto them. And the fundamental things is these British ballers do not have technique, and they don't have the mentality to win big games. That's not in their DNA. All it's passion, all it's for the badge and DNA. This DNA stuff needs to go. It's time that it needs to go. And I'm telling you now, if we don't get away from this DNA thing,
Yeah,
it's gonna set us back even more.
I
And
agree.
and honestly, like, Man United are just a soap opera at the moment. Oh man, crying about, oh, I don't want to press. We training. I don't want to train too late. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do. Shut up and train, man. What's wrong with you, man? Jesus. Sorry, let me.
TJ,
It's-
TJ. No, I agree with literally what you literally said about the dynamic that's going on right now, ST. TJ, I want to go further back. At the end of Ferguson's era, and then we went into Moyes' era, I think this is where you first started seeing the signs of player power.
Yeah.
I think what we need to understand, and I think hindsight is a good thing, and I love analyzing stuff. The Ferguson 26 year was an anomaly in terms of coaching football. I know people say there's no one bigger than the club, but Alex Ferguson was bigger than United. The reason I say that is that Alex Ferguson, in those 26 years, he's the reason where United are where they are today. Without that long period of success, I know they had a little dip between 2004 and 2007, but without that longevity of success, United wouldn't be the force that they are today.
Agreed.
So I think a lot of fans need to temper the expectations where United are as of right now, and they need to focus more on a rebuild than trying to get that success. Because that success is not going to come instantly anymore, because you guys are not a team. But in terms of the players, as I said, after when Moyes came in, and then you had, even though I agreed with the players, Moyes may not have been the right manager for that time. The players, the senior players, your Rios, Rooney's, Van Persie, did not give the same energy that they did for Alex Ferguson.
No.
And this is the first sign of player power. Now, it may be natural. They may have loved Ferguson so much that it's impossible for them to go and give the same effort for another guy who they disagree with and feels is a lesser person. But this is where, I don't know, this is where as a player, you need to be for yourself, have pride in yourself and your team. I don't think I could have performed the way a lot of those United players that's in that 2014 season after Ferguson left. I couldn't be the way I played, because at the end of the day, I'm playing for myself, I'm playing for the badge, I'm playing football with passion. And those were the first signs where the players were starting to get control. Now, we saw with LVG. We saw it definitely with Mourinho. ST was perfectly correct. Ole let these players that were already spoiled be even more spoiled. Now, here we are. And no one typifies what's going on at the moment more than your boy, Rashford. Talk to me about Rashford.
Fuck him, bro.
Because that's your boy. That's your hometown boy.
Not my boy. First
Not
of all,
my
let's get
brother.
that right. First of all, he's not my boy.
Listen, Dilly Marcus, yeah? Hey, fuck him, bro, as well, bro.
Look, right? You see, Trashford. The guy,
Wax him.
listen, this guy has literally let everything go to his head. The guy bursted onto the scene, rightly so, because I think, or due to circumstances, everyone, all our strikers were injured. Burst onto the scene in Europa League, then scored the 2 goals against Arsenal. Fantastic. Then we got into a point where he wasn't being coached anymore. So Maureen didn't coach him. Ollie didn't coach him, right? So he stayed where he has been since he first burst onto the scene, whilst all other players in football has gone past him, right? And in that time, what's happened is he's got gassed because he got his new contract. Obviously, I said I respect what he's done off the football field, right? In terms of what he's done, but it seems like that's got into his head as well. And him, like a lot of those other English players, believe they're hype and believe they're untouchable. And that criminal of a manager caused this, right? By giving them new deals, gassing them out. Oh, you don't want to train today? Don't worry about it. You don't want to run today? Don't worry about it. Babying them. And this is what we are seeing now, because we've seen a man come in with a philosophy and with his own ideas and basically said, who the hell are you to tell me what you want to do and what you don't want to do, right? You can't do that. So what's happened is that, first of all, let's get something straight. And this is the thing that irritates me, a lot of these fans, and ST was right, and people are making a lot of excuse for this guy. No one told him to rush back from injury. Nobody. He could have stayed in the shadows and recovered. And even before that, when he was playing injured, no one told him to play injured, right? He could have stopped, got the operation ages ago. Didn't need to go to the Euros because he didn't do anything anyway. So it was pointless him being there. So he could have done it then. And then I'm hearing, oh, he's still injured. No one told him to come back early. Oh, he's lost confidence. Well, you build that confidence back up by playing at a certain level, right? And it just seems to me that he's in his feelings, right? There could be something going on in his personal life, but unfortunately, as a footballer, you have to get on with it. Or you go to the gaffer and you say, gaffer, look, this is what's going on. I need time. Martial's done that. When it got too much for Martial, he said, you know what, gaffer, is too much. Leave me out for it. But Rashford won't do that. He won't. He's just going to sulk and moan. And it looks like he's down tooled and basically said, I don't like this foreign manager coming in. So I'm just going to sulk because I've got the power. I know I'm going to be here longer. I know I'm the hometown boy. I know I'm the golden boy right now. And I'm going to last longer than him. And this is the issues that Ollie caused in his tenure. And that's what we're seeing with Rashford now. Sell him. If it was me, sell him. Get rid of him. Because the guy, bruv, he's crap. He is crap. Right? The one thing, hold on, I am going to stop. The one thing he was good for, he can't even do because he can't even run no more. So what's the point? What's the point?
Just on that, we've heard reports that first there was 11 players that were upset and wanted to leave. Then we get reports of 17. In your head, who goes, who stays? Or what would you do? Would you just get rid of the entire project?
Listen.
I personally, from the outside, I would sell every single person, even the good ones, even the good players, because I think you guys need to start totally afresh. I think you guys need a new goalkeeper. I think you guys need everything. I think it's infectious. Your whole club is infected, whole from top to bottom. I think that the board, if they're serious about football, need to sit down. They need to get a team together. Whoever they want, get a team together. Even if it may not seem the right team, just get a team of people together that know football. Director of football. Get someone in there. Not flipping, what's his name? Not Darren
Fletcher. No, not him.
Not freaking Arnold that's been there for ages. Get people that know football. Probably get Van der Sar in, although Van der Sar so done your dream. So done your dream zone. But yeah, still get people like someone like Van der Sar in. Someone that knows. Actually, I'm not even sure about Van der Sar. I think you guys need to stop this culture nonsense, this Man United DNA. I'm sick of hearing that.
I would accept Van der Sar because he's actually doing the role. He's actually doing the role.
And he's doing a good job.
So, like,
but he's
I can accept it.
Too close to United, I think.
Nah, I think Van der Sar, I think Van der Sar will be all right. I understand what you're saying. I'm with you for it. I don't want any of the rest of them in there. None of them. But I think because Van der Sar's already in the role, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll make the right decisions based on that. But bro, I completely agree with you. I will blow it up and sell a lot of them. Unfortunately, we can't. But listen, I've got my list. So all the man that I want rid of, these are the mans that I would get rid of, and they're all realistic.
Yeah.
Tom Heaton, don't know why he's there, bro. Dean Henderson, this guy's on 110 grand a week, and this guy thinks he's Donnarumma, bro. Like, no, you can go. Phil Jones been stealing a living for the past 6 years, but had a man of the match performance. Man had a man of the match performance against Wolves, but. Yeah. Look, he can go steal a living. Twanzebe, he's been loaned out more times than I've known.
Napoli. He's at Napoli.
Huh? He's at Napoli now.
Twanzebe, because any defender that's behind Harry Maguire should feel aggrieved.
100%.
I agree, but still, he's not good enough.
He's not good enough. Brandon Williams can go. I don't care. He's never gonna be that guy. The fridge on toes, you lot know, bruv. He can go back to jail in Greece for all I care. Like, I couldn't give a shit, bruv, what happens to him, to be honest. Bruv, he's a criminal. When I say criminal, not even because of what man did in Greece, because we know this guy thinks he's about that life, but he's not, but he's a dickhead. But this guy is stealing living, selling dreams. Not selling dreams to us, because we all know how shit he is. But he actually conned, like Leicester conned Man United in spending 80 million pounds. And then this fucking fridge, right, then gets the captain's armband, bruv. He can go. I couldn't care less what happens. If he went bankrupt, I wouldn't care. Like, it's treason. He's committing treason. That's what he's doing at this football club, bruv. The guy is so crap.
Let's stop.
Listen, behead him for all I care, bruv. Actually, call to Litmanenko that, bruv. Like, honestly, I'm telling you, bruv. Like, honestly, like, this guy, like, oh man. But anyway, obviously, Juan Mata can go, but that's age.
Oh, you know what? Juan Mata is the one guy that I keep on. Every time you mention his name, I just still can't believe he's at United.
Yeah,
he's aged, but obviously he's techie. Matic can go, too old, bruv. Cavani, let him go, bruv.
Wan-Bissaka go.
Tahith Chong, like, why is he still on our books? Yeah. Like, he's so crap. Like, these young players, I'm getting onto the young players as well, because he's just so crap, bruv. Like,
Wan-Bissaka go.
McToilet can go.
Oh yeah,
like,
go,
for
go.
Like,
whoa, no. We can't sell McTominay.
McToilet can go.
Steven Gerrard.
No, he's not.
Whoa.
Bruv, this guy couldn't even lace Luke Chadwick's boots, bro.
Amen.
Yeah.
Bruv, he plays centre back for Scotland.
Bruv,
That's how you know man is
he
dead.
couldn't even talk to a man like Luke Chadwick, bro. Don't
First
tell me.
First of all, Chadwick is a special baller.
Yeah, he's a baller. He's a baller, but still.
Like, as much as McTominay isn't what you guys want, every team needs a McTominay.
Nah, we
McGinn
don't.
is better than him.
There's other.
McGinn is
I'll
better
take
than
John
him.
McGinn. Give me
Bruv,
John
McGinn
McGinn.
is a bad man.
Bruv, give me John McGinn, Basuma,
bro.
all them man, bruv. Like
Yeah, bro.
McToilet should be playing championship football. That's what
No,
he should be doing.
League Two.
He's championship quality, bruv. That's what McToilet is. Because you know one of the things I'm sick of. I'm sick of hearing people like. Obviously, he had a half decent game. What was it against? Who were we playing at home? Burnley. A half decent game against Burnley, right? Where was he against Newcastle? Where was he against Wolves?
McTominay hides a lot.
Bruv, where was nowhere to be found? And I'm sick of these pundits. Oh, well, you know, he's young, he's up and coming.
He's 25.
Let me tell you something. Martial's 26. He's not being called young, right? McToilet is 25. When Pogba came, he was 24. He wasn't getting called young. Dallow's 22. He's not getting called young. Wan-Bissaka's 24. He's not getting called young. Donny van de Beek's 24. He's not getting called young. Jadon Sancho's 21. He's not getting called young. So why is McTominay being called young? Why? When he's older than all them man, apart from Martial. Why? Bruv, and this is the bias and this is the agenda that I hate, bruv. Right? Because it's certain standards. Don't get me wrong, you hold certain players to certain standards because they're elite. But if a player's shit, call him shit. Don't tell me he's young when he's older than all them players I mentioned, bar Martial.
Yeah.
And half of them players you're not calling young and up and coming. It's, well, they're not doing it, so they should go. Nah, don't give me that. McToilet can go. And that poison, don't get me wrong, before I slander the poison, I have to give him credit because he is holding the crap English court accountable for not doing what they're supposed to do. And he's got certain standards that he has to set. And ST's right, he's not performing, but I have no issue with him calling out the shit players, but I have no issue with him calling out Harry Maguire. I have no issue with him badding up Rashford. I have no issue in him telling Luke Shaw he needs to keep out of Burger King. Like, I don't have an issue with it. But at the same time, he's poison and he needs to be out. I told man from the beginning, this guy comes, his numbers will be there, because I saw when Rance was talking about it, everyone's like, oh, he scored 15 goals, but Ronaldo's the problem. What did I say in the beginning? He will get his goals at the detriment of everybody else. And that is what's happening, right? Those are all the players I get rid of. The ones that need to prove themselves, to me, Wan-Bissaka can be a squad player. Dalot can be a squad player. Even Fat Shaw can be a squad player. Linda can be a squad player. Bruno can be a squad player. Donny can be a squad player. Jesse can be a squad player, right? Them man there can prove themselves and be squad players. And the keepers, Varane, Bailly, Telles, Fred, Sancho, Greenwood. Those are the ones I'm keeping. The only reason why I haven't mentioned Pogba and Martial is because they are gone. Pogba, by all means, go win some trophies. You deserve better. Tony wants to play football and he's sick of the soap opera. So I have no issue with Tony going elsewhere and going playing, because I tell you now, Tony in this team makes it better than what we're seeing right now.
Agreed.
And so does Labille. I love the fact the only thing I'm loving is the fact that none of them two are there, so they can't get blamed for nothing. And people are now seeing how crap this Man United team is when those two aren't in it.
I'm blaming Pogba.
Of course you would.
Of course you would. Listen, Martial, if you want to come to Sevilla needs strikers. We're challenging for the league. Listen, you'll play. You're a baller. We need you, fam. Let's do the call outs and stuff like that.
Right. As much, for me, I think it's gone beyond individual players. I think we can no longer look at individual players. I don't think you no longer blame individual players. It's now a team problem. And I think fans in general need to stop blaming players. They need to want more from your club to save your club. Because
yeah, oh yeah, the board 100% are accountable. And one of the things that you said, I was like, when you said about the board sitting down and making a plan, as long as the Glazers are in charge, this ain't going to go anywhere. Yeah. We're not going nowhere because they're going to continue to get these players in on high wages, and as long as the players are selling shirts, they couldn't care less. They have no interest in building the team back up again, because if you had interest in that, half of these players wouldn't be here, and half of them players wouldn't be on the wages that they're on. Yeah. So yeah, from board level, yes, 100%. Like, they are the reason why we are where we are. The reason why I say we have to look at the players now, I know I've been doing it, but I think everyone's starting to do it now. Before, it was a case of blame Ollie, he's the issue. He was the issue. He's gone now. Another manager's come in, and these players are even worse. So we have to hold the players now accountable, because this is the second manager, and some of them are still from the Mourinho era. So this is 3 managers that you're under that you haven't been performing under. So you have to look at it. But I 100% agree with you. From board level, we have to. It's the unfortunate problem is, and something that you mentioned in the group with Tooth, we are the most commercial side in the world. So for someone to buy us, it's going to be over the odds of billions of pounds. And that's the unfortunate problem that we're in. So until, as football fans, we stop getting gassed because we're signing an old man that was banging for us, 15 years ago. Yeah. We need to look at everything and get these guys and start storming Old Trafford again, bro. I'm all for it. We need to do it, because the longer the Glazers are here, is the longer this shit will go on. And that's why I said it will take a minimum of 10 years. And in them 10 years, the Glazers have to go. And I think, finally, with Ralph, I think he's biding his time. Yes, I agree with you lot. He's gone against his principles and morals, but I think he's kind of had to bend, because one of the things I mentioned is the 2 of midfield doesn't work in this league. So I think he's had to adjust a little bit, but I think he's thinking long term. He just has to bide his time, get into board level, and slowly and surely try and get guys out. I think he's playing the long game. But in the short term, I think as a manager, I think he's kind of had no choice, because at the end of the day, as much as he wants to implement his style and his plans, he wants United to be successful, because he's moving up to board level. So he has to try and get top 4. He has to try and do these things. So I think that's why he's kind of like, you know what, let me hold tight and think long term instead of thinking short term. But I do agree with you. Don't go against your principles and morals, and fuck these guys, bruv. Get rid of them all.
Do you think the people that are not playing, your Van der Beek, Martial, Lingard, do you believe it's because they got one foot out the door, and do you agree with that? Or do you think that they should be given a chance to prove themselves? Or should the team only be open for people that want to play?
If you don't want to be here, then go. Simple as. If you don't want to be here, then go. Don't get me wrong. I think in terms of Donny, the guys that you mentioned, Donny, Martial, and Jesse, I think they just had enough. I think they just had enough of sitting around and waiting. I think that's what it is. I think Donny, obviously under Ollie and Radnick now, it's like, bro, I'm not gonna get a chance. So what's the point? Tony's like, I've had enough. I want to play up front. You brought in Cristiano. Cavani's still here. Greenwood as well. So I'm down in the pecking order. So no, I don't want to do it. And then Jesse had a tough time in his personal life, right? Didn't make any noise, not like Rashford now, like whimpering and stuff. He's come back and hasn't been given a crack at the whip. And he's just like, you know what? I'm 28 now. I'm getting my last big contract. I want to play football. So I don't blame him for leaving. But at the same time, I'm like, don't want to be here. Leave the football club. It's as simple as that, because I'm not here for it. I only want players there that are going to want to play for United. And if you don't want to play for United, piss off. And I don't care if you don't like the manager or whatever, the badge comes first, innit? Perform and then bitch about it after. Stop throwing your toys at the pram and actually put performance in.
Well said. Well said.
What?
I said I couldn't say it better myself. That's the be all and end all. Basically.
And a soap opera, bro. But we'll see what happens in the next episode of Real Housewives of Man United, bruv. We've got a tough game against Villa, and literally we should never won in the FA Cup, and they're going to be all for it.
The Juju man was serious.
I'm telling you, bro. And now they got Coutinho. Now they got Coutinho and Digne to play on Saturday, bruv. Like, it's going to be peak. Like, we're going to get wrapped up by Stevie G. But truth, Prem predictions, bruv. Give me my winnings. I predicted 3 correct results, bruv.
Oh,
3.
You not give your flowers last week?
No, because we didn't do it. Remember, it's FA Cup weekend.
I don't want to hand out more flowers, fam. You know, it's COVID and stuff out here. People don't have that money now.
So I slaughtered that last one.
This week, yeah, TJ. Well, last week I should say, last game week, Premier League game week. TJ took us apart, mate. He got 10 points in total, 3 perfect results, 1 correct results. Everyone else just got smoked. Like, it was so bad. I think the most everyone else got was 2 points.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it was a bad one. At the end of the day, I blame Xhaka in it. So,
because you know, on track. No, I blame Gabriel, bro.
Nah, we can't blame Gabriel.
I feel sorry for you, Truth. You actually predict. You know what it is, yeah. You were close to your prediction, if you know what I mean. To be fair,
I know I felt it, and then
what did I say?
Huh?
What did I say? I did say something close.
You said. No, you said 3-1 City.
Hey, shit.
Oh yeah, it was close, I guess. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh yeah. He said 2-1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh god. Fair enough, man. Well done, TJ, man.
Yeah. So TJ, let me add 1 to his score. TJ is on 6. Man is coming. Man is here.
Well, faggy time, bro.
Okay, let's get into the games. Wait, what?
Yep, it's the early kickoff.
Wait. Oh, that's a big game. But I guess we discussed it in the last preview anyway. Man City versus Chelsea.
Hey, they're playing.
Yeah, the bat.
Yeah. You want me to start?
12:30. Man City at home. SD.
2-1 City.
Man City have had a small outbreak.
So that match might not be on.
It should be, but I don't know if they're gonna have the full complement of players. TJ.
1-1.
1-1. I'm gonna go 0-0.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Next game is Aston Villa versus Man United. Yeah, Aston Villa, Man United. Wait, that's the evening. Yeah, that's the evening game. That's a decent Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll start this one. Aston Villa versus United. I hate predicting Man United games now, you know. You just never know.
Yeah.
What United are going to show up? I'm going to go with my instinct and say that the club that loses always comes back harder. Since United, they're so jammy. I'm going to go 2-0 Villa. TJ?
2-1 Villa.
Whoa. I forgot you're that guy. ST?
1-1.
Whoa. No one thinks United are going to win.
Bruv,
no chance.
Win what? Listen,
no
Gerald
chance.
Gerald is still thinking about what the judge that happened to him, you know.
The fact that Cristiano and Bruno are going to be on the same pitch again, no chance.
Yeah. Listen, Gerald's coming back for revenge, you know.
Yeah, Gerrard would definitely want to win that game. I said Coutinho and Digne will be there as well.
Yeah. Liverpool, Brentford. TJ.
Two, 1 Liverpool.
I'm gonna say the.
Obviously, if Mane and Salah were there, I'd say a different score, but
I'm gonna say they struggle. Brentford get a 1-1.
Fair. They could. It's a possibility.
I was gonna say 1-0. 1-0 to Liverpool. Yeah, I think Liverpool don't really have goal scorers like that. I think someone like I'm not say Chambers, that them man there will score like that. You know what I mean?
You got a man like Origi. He's always good for a goal.
Yeah, Origi. Brentford are on really bad form at the moment. You know, they lost to 4-1 to Southampton.
Yeah, they got battered by Southampton.
They got slapped by Southampton still.
True, you know. I'm gonna change my score. Thanks for telling me. I'm gonna go 1-0 Liverpool. Oh, you went 1-0. I'm gonna go 2-1.
You can still go there.
I went 2-1.
Wait, you went 2-1 Liverpool?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. I went 1-0. Liverpool.
You can. Okay.
You can still do it. You might as well still do it if you want
to. I don't know now. Now I'm confused. Now I'm gonna go back to my 1-1. I think Brentford get a draw. There is, and then Tottenham versus Arsenal. TJ.
Hey, it's hard, isn't it?
2-2.
I knew you were gonna go there.
I was thinking that in my head as well. You know?
I knew you were gonna go there. I'm going to go 3-0 Arsenal.
Yay! Hey, with your chest, yeah. Okay.
I told you, like, there's one team, like, it's Tottenham. It's Tottenham. They're dead. SD.
2-1 Tottenham.
Oh, that's a bold prediction.
I've listened. Sometimes, I have nothing to lose. I'm getting battered in this league so far, so I might as well just go out for the kill. You know what I mean? Reckless results. That's not bad.
To catch. He ain't getting no results anytime soon.
Listen, I'm feeling like Norwich out here, fam.
So that's 4 results. We might as well do.
Who are West Ham playing? Who are West Ham playing?
They won today, by the way.
West Ham have Leeds. I'm not predicting that one.
Who's Leicester playing?
Leicester have Burnley.
Oh, might as well do West Ham Leeds instead then, bro.
Nah, because there's the midweek fixtures.
Oh, is it?
Which is Brighton, Chelsea, Leicester, Tottenham, and Brentford United.
Oh yeah.
So we got 4 fixtures, so we might as well just do next 3. So Brighton, Chelsea, ST.
2-0 Chelsea.
You're confident. I'm going to go 1-0 Chelsea. TJ?
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
Brighton play ball though. Brighton play ball.
I know Brighton. I wouldn't be surprised if Brighton actually go win that game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised as well, but hey.
Tottenham.
What is out here? I think Leicester.
With no Daka, no Iniacho, no Vardy.
Still, I'm not worried about them, to be fair.
What, you think Leicester beat Tottenham?
Yeah.
Madness. What's your prediction then?
2-0 Leicester.
2-0?
Yeah.
Who scored the goal?
Who scores the goals? I think Tielemans will get one. And I think... Who's the other player?
Barnes?
Maybe Barnes.
Are you going to say Perez? Haven't seen him in a long time.
No, I don't think he will.
TJ?
1-1.
1-1. I actually see Tottenham winning this one just because Leicester don't have no players. I say 2-0 Tottenham. And the last score to predict is Brentford versus United. I'm not going to come to TJ because I know what he's put in.
7-0 to Brentford, yeah.
Oh my days. Brentford, United.
I actually think...
TJ.
Go on,
Set
TJ.
us on our way.
God.
2-1 Brentford.
I'm not putting that down.
No, you don't. No, we're not putting that. We're not putting that. You don't believe it.
I'm going to say my prediction. I say 1-1. ST?
2-1 United.
2-1 United. Back to TJ. Now he's had a chance to gather his thoughts.
2-1 Brentford.
I'm putting that down, yeah?
Yeah.
2-1 Brentford. I mean, it could be like, I'm not even saying it with my chest like I used to say it because United they're playing a different game than everybody else right now. So
we're not playing football.
I'm telling you, bro. Listen, I have no confidence. No confidence, bro, in these players.
But we're playing Love Island, Big Brother, and all them.
I'm telling you that's what it is, bro. The people I said Love Island, you know. People let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you think about the North London derby. What you think the score is going to be. If Arsenal don't win, is this time for Arteta to go? Can any team afford to lose the game? Let us know what you think about Man United, the drama that is going on. Who do you think should stay? Who do you think should go? Do we need to get onto the board? What's Ralph's plan? Has he got a plan? Will there ever be a plan? Will United ever get back to the top? And does Rashford need counselling? And let us know what you think in the predictions. Put them in there. We want to hear from you. As
Rashford is feeding himself, feeding the kids. He's got to feed himself, fam.
I'm telling you, bro, man's on this malnourished thing right now, bro.
What intermittent fasting and that? Yeah?
I am telling you.
But people, as usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, all that good stuff. Share. As I say, we are here. I want to say thank you very much to my guys, The Truth and ST. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Peace.
Thank you for the therapy today.
Coming up, Fight Talk will be back. We'll be back with 2 next week. UFC 270 coming up, so we'll be definitely back with 2. We need to do tennis talk as well. We need to get talking about King Novak Djokovic and the travesty, bro. Free my guy, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Free my guy, bro.
I agree with you.
Obviously, Footie Talk Chat will be back. And
we need an African Nations chat as well, you know.
No, you wasn't there. That's your fault. That's your fault. You wasn't there last week. That's your fault.
No.
That's your fault. We ain't. There's no more.
We're gonna do one when it gets to the semi-final.
We'll do one when we get to the semi-final.
Okay, I'm there. I'll make sure.
Because Ghana won't be there.
I'm not even denying that, you know.
NBA talk will be coming.
I'm not denying that. Listen, bro, our juju man is terrible at the moment. So.
NBA talk will be back very, very soon. Don't worry. I'm gonna pull Mr. KA from out the cave and get him to commit to a day so we can do NBA talk as well.
we missed a deadline in the Christmas Day game, so we just need to look at the next deadline, which is a All-Star game.
We'll definitely get one in before the All-Star game. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But people, stay safe out there. Be safe. Make sure you crucify Boris for having another party whilst we were all locked down. Get onto them politicians, as we say. We shall see you very, very soon. Peace.